Hey guys, so a lot of you have been asking me where I was all these days, all these months in fact. It's been so long that I have made a video. I was so confused as to how to start and how to get going. So I thought why not make a chatty kind of video, a reading vlog. So today is Friday and I'll be starting with Friday. I'm gonna start reading this book. This is a book that I ordered last month from Amazon. Actually, I was going through Hachette website when I saw this book and I was intrigued by it. I mean, look at the cover. It looks really like fun and inviting kind of read. So I'm gonna show you here. So this is basically the story of the Mehta family. Now Mehta family, they live by the sea. They have this beautiful homestay by the sea. But Kalyani Mehta, who owns the homestay and who runs the homestay, she has a kind of dysfunctional family. So her boy, her son, who's a youth, not like a little son, he is unemployed. He doesn't do anything, and her husband is retired. And right now he's into occult. She has this dysfunctional family, but still she's happy having her homestay and living by the sea and enjoying the ideal quaint life. But then comes the billionaire NRI called Bobby Chandar, whom actually she calls a snake. I mean, who's referred to in this book as snake. He wants to buy that piece of land because he has this huge idea of constructing something there. So he has this idea, he wants to buy that, but Kalyani doesn't want to sell. So then starts a series of maneuvering, but all of it is like very fun. I mean, you just look at the cover, it gives you such fun vibes, and I love this book for that. And it's a short read. I want to read something which is like non-project related on a Friday, and that's why I've picked this book up. I do have a couple of other books that I'm reading currently. One of them I started recently, which is Welcome to the Hunam Dong Bookshop, and I'll be talking about that book too. But right now, today, let's read this one. Okay, so this is really funny. I have just done this first chapter, and oh my god, it's turning out to be such a fun read. Like, there is so much drama and melodrama and wit already. So Kalyani is this, like, she's self-made, and she came to this place and she built a resort, a kind of resort, like a laid-back kind of resort. And she has this son called Mittu. Mittu has just done his college and he's back in town taking a break after college. But actually, he's here to pester his mother to give him some fun so that he can go to Bombay, he can go to Mumbai and make some idealist kind of movies. Kalyani wants that her son should look after the resort after she's gone, and even now, but Mittu doesn't believe in the idea of a private enterprise. So, I mean, there's already so much fun. Like, I'll just read to you. And he can be very, very dumb at times. Mittu can be very, very dumb at times. So, I'm just gonna read you a sentence here. Okay. Kalyani's face wore a pained expression as she smacked the boy on his head. This brainless wonder truly tested a mother's love. Amazing, amazing. So I'm already getting a really good vibe. And the NRI guy, who's actually from Africa, he's just weird. He doesn't even have the courtesy to sit down and talk to Kalyani in a proper way. He just goes out, he's in a bar and he just goes out and tells her that you have a beautiful property and I want to buy, please name your price. Not even please, I'm sorry, I said please, but that doesn't happen. He's like, this is okay, I'm a billionaire and this will happen eventually. So he's least bothered. He's like, oh, I'll have to let go of your stuff, and then maybe I can, keep one or two recommendations that you have, and maybe I can let you stay in your current property and you can be a manager or something. And Kalyani is like, no, we are not discussing it. I do not want to sell. And he's like, okay, you can take 2-3 days, just name your price. And he's like that, and that's how the story is set currently. I mean, the first chapter is cracking, really cracking, and I really hope that the rest of the book is also as interesting. And now I'm gonna continue reading. Hey guys, so I spoke to you last Friday and today is yet another Friday. I haven't recorded anything in this reading vlog. Honestly, it doesn't look like a reading vlog. Honestly, if I think about it, this is like the worst month to start a reading vlog. Why? Because I haven't done much reading. Like, I just read 2 books in this month, and the reasons are many. Not that I'm complaining. Basically, I was down with viral for a long time, and then before that, and also after that, my daughter was down with viral. She again got it. My son was down with viral, and he also got it again. Even my husband got it eventually. But yes, my son is only 1 year old, so he needs a lot of attention and care. So yeah, no reading for a long time, but then life happens and life is like that. So I'm not really complaining. But let me tell you, that is not a good indicator of my reading for this year, because I have had really good reading months. Last month in June, I read like 13 books, and before that, I read 8 books. And there have been many months in this year where I've read like 9 books, 11 books, 10 books. So I've had a decent year. I'm a little confused, but I think I've done either 57 or 58 books this year, which is really good at this point of time, and I'm really happy about my reading progress. But then coming back to the book in question. So last Friday, I was talking to you about this book that I had started, and yesterday I finished it, and oh my god, I loved it. I loved it so, so, so much. So again, this is Manohar Kahani by Raghu Srinivasan, a book that I randomly decided to purchase because I saw it on Hachette's website. I was just browsing through their website for general information on the upcoming books. And yeah, that was such a great decision that I took because I love this book so, so much. I think it's going to be on my top humor books of all time. But yes, coming back to the story of this one, I told you about Bobby's character, Bobby Chandar, the NRI businessman, and I also told you about Kalyani and her son Mithu. But then there is this one character, Maya, who's Kalyani's last resort for help. She reluctantly calls her, and she is a con artist. Maya is a con artist and a really good one at that. So Maya decides to create like this web of this master con artist plan, and in which are caught many unconventional and weird and eccentric characters. There are obviously shamans and occultists, and there is a legendary Nawab's disloyal servant. There is a wannabe gangster, and that wannabe gangster is again disloyal and scheming servant. Then there is a policeman who's like desperate for promotion. There is an old nanny, not nanny but nani, the Hindi one. So there is this old nanny from Nepal who's flown down to Kokum Grove, and she cooks these deadly and like really potent psychedelic potions which drive everyone crazy. And it is all of these characters that make the book so, so awesome. Like, I haven't read a book in which every character makes you laugh, but trust me, like here that is the case. Every single character is funny. Every single character is like amazing, written really well. So this is undoubtedly a comedy of epic proportions. Do yourself a favor, go check this book out. You will not be disappointed. It will make you laugh. And let me warn you, when you read this, do not sit in the public, go to a secluded corner and then read it, because you are going to get all kinds of weird stares and glances your way. I was reading this book, and the entire time I was laughing out really loudly, like gregariously, and my husband and daughter were giving me these really weird looks as if I've completely lost it. So do not read this book in public. It's a warning. And yeah, that's pretty much my update right now. I am yet to get back to Welcome to the Hunam Dong bookshop. I did, however, took that book again and did some highlighting because I wanted to reread and preserve the portions that I really liked, for future quotes and references purpose. So I did that. I did brush up again on what I've already read. And then there's another book that I'll talk to you about probably tomorrow or maybe in the evening. Let's see. Hey guys, so the sun is about to set and I'm about to show you a beautiful view. Come with me. Also, guys, I have a couple of books that I got recently. I am planning to do a proper book haul, but there are some books that I really want to show you just like that. So let me do that just for you. Hey guys, welcome to yet another vlog. If you're wondering why my hair looks like this, so it's because last night my son was awake for a long time. He did not sleep. And of course, that's my daughter singing. My daughter, can you please stop singing for some time because I'm recording a vlog? Yeah, you can come and say hi if you want. You want? No? Okay, come. Come. Come, sit. Okay, that's my daughter. She on seeing me, she also wants to be a part of YouTube. And yeah, she's a very voracious reader, so I've told her to prepare some scripts, and maybe we can also bring her to the channel. So yeah, my hair looks like this because I could not sleep well last night. In the morning I took a shower, and then I was so drowsy I went to sleep. I did not realize when, but yeah, I did fell asleep. And when I woke up, my hair was like this. So it looks like it's really messy and really dirty, but trust me, this is like washed hair, just not combed. And yeah, seriously, I can't help it. It's giving you the messy beach waves. I'm not like very fan of this look. Honestly, my hair is not like good enough to carry those things effortlessly, as they say. But yeah, moving on to my reading for today. So the book that I'm reading today, actually I started it yesterday, but today also I read a lot. So I'm about 100 pages in. That's about half of the book done. So this is Six and a Third Acres by Fakir Mohan Senapati. And this is a very special book. This was first published in Odia as Cha Mana Atha Guntha. I think I'm correct. In the year 1897. Yes, you heard me right. This book is a classic of Odia literature. And Fakir Mohan Senapati, the author of this book, is also hailed as the father of modern Odia literature. So this book is set in the 1830s, and the main character of this book is the Zamindar Mangaraj, who is a very evil, wicked, devious man who devises all these terrible schemes of trying to grab properties of various people, and that is also how he grabs hold of Zamindari. And the central theme of this book is like rapacious greed. He has so much, but he cannot get enough. And just opposite to him is this very mellow character, a very saintly woman who is actually his wife. And then there is another character called Champa who is very influential, who yields more influence in the household than the mistress herself. And Champa is again very devious. She assists Mangaraj in grabbing hold of all these properties. And the story is mainly about these two characters and how they go about getting things done in their filthy ways. So the setting is 1800s, colonial India. We also know a lot about how things and society is changing in the face of British imperialism. And also there is a kind of just a little hint of Bengali imperialism over Odia people. So yes, this book is like a social commentary. It's a satire. The writing style is really innovative, and you get to know a lot about how people live in the colonial India, in especially Odisha of that time. And if you're wondering about the name of this book, Six and a Third Acres, this is actually the piece of land that belonged to this weaver couple, who were very innocent, very lovely people. But the zamindar also has his eyes on their land, despite of the fact that he owns more than, I think, 500 or 600 acres. He's after their land, and how this story shapes up is the crux of this book, is the main story, the main plot line of this book. And the other book that I'm currently reading is this one, Shared Roots, Tales from the Indosphere, curated by Ratul Chakrabarti. This is an Indica book. If you don't know, Indica is an initiative that focuses on Indic narratives, dharmic narratives, and this is one book that I picked up from there, actually from Amazon, and I don't know why it is dog-eared. I'm really sorry about that. This book is actually an anthology which has like 7 chapters, chapters that range from non-fiction and also fiction. Some of the chapters are travelogue, some others are short stories, and they establish this kind of ancient cultural, religious, and civilizational link between India and Cambodia. One of my dear friends, Kavita Krishna Migama, I call her Kavita Ji, has written a travelogue which is a part of this book. And one very interesting thing is that I have also been to Cambodia, and her travelogue is also about Siem Reap and the cultural and civilizational link that she found out while traveling in Siem Reap. So I read her travelogue and I was mightily impressed by it. It also kind of evoked a feeling of nostalgia in me. And yeah, I was just telling my husband today that, I want to go back to Cambodia once more. It's such a beautiful place. And another chapter that I finished in this book is about a story, a fictional story that somehow weaves the connection between Tamil Ramayana and also the Cambodian version of Ramayana. One of the things that they have in common are dragons, and that is really surprising. I mean, dragons in Ramayana, but you have to read this one to know. Hey guys, welcome to another reading update. Today is 14th of September. Now I am trying to date the reading vlog. So I actually finished this book, Six Acres and a Third by Fakir Mohan Senapati. And I'm so glad that I picked it up because this book is everything. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. I'll not call it like a masala entertainer. It does have a lot of masala, but it's much more than that. This book has culture, it has character, it has history, it has heritage. And in a lot ways, it kind of reminds me of this book that I read recently, another classic, which is much, much famous, I think at least, than this one. I'm talking about Twilight in Delhi by Ahmad Ali. So if you look at them at the first glance, they are very, very different, like geographically, culturally, regionally, but at the same time, the themes are kind of similar. So very, very glad to have discovered yet another underrated regional Indian gem. And this is something, this is one part of my career, this is one part of my profession that I absolutely love, discovering underrated books, discovering gems and bringing them into light, talking to you guys about them, and also talking about them on my Instagram and on my website. Coming to the second book that I have been reading, this is Shared Roots, and this had like 7 chapters, and I'm done with 6 chapters. Apart from the travelogue about CM Reap, all the other chapters are actually stories, but these are fictional stories that are woven around real historical facts, a historical artifact or a historical inscription. So the essence is very, very much there. The core of the story is very much real. So yes, reading every part of this book felt like diving into a real episode of history. Personally, I got so much understanding, so much information about the Khmer Empire, the Dravid Desa, the Cholas, and the ancient kingdom of Srivijaya, which is presently Indonesia, and the economical and maritime relationships and other political dynamics between all these countries. A beautiful part of history that we are rather ignorant of, because this is something that is never ever taught to us in our school books. So I don't know how many of you know, in fact, even I had forgotten, the ancient name for Cambodia is actually Kamboj, which is derived from Sanskrit. The largest religious monument or structure in the entire world is actually Angkor Wat in Cambodia, which is actually a temple dedicated to Lord Vishnu, the Master, the Lord of the whole universe. And Cambodia has its own version of Ramayana, which is called Rayamkar. I hope I'm not butchering the name. Sri Ram is there known as Priyaram, and Sita Ma is known as Nyang Siddha. And there is much more to know in this book, and yeah, I will certainly recommend it for lovers of history, for lovers of historical fictional narratives, and people who are interested in knowing more about Southeast Asia and India's connection to Southeast Asia. Finally, guys, let me talk to you about the third book that I have been reading. Actually, it's an audiobook. I've been listening to it on my Storytel app. So every night before I go to sleep, I put a timer for 15 minutes. Sometimes I do extend it to 30 minutes. One time I remember it went up to 45 minutes. So I'm like 50% done with the audiobook. This is called Fixer Up by Tessa Bailey. Tessa Bailey is a very, very famous romance author. I've previously read many books by her and I've loved them all. So this one is the story of this girl called Georgie, who is a clown, a professional clown. Like, she performs at birthday parties and parties for kids. And in this small town, she has this vast family, of which she is the youngest member. So no wonder nobody takes her seriously, nobody treats her like an adult. On the other hand, we have this character called Travis. Travis, who was a baseball player, a very hotshot baseball player. Because of some serious injury, he had to, completely quit his career, and he's like very, very confused and no future in sight. Both of them want to change their image because Travis is actually known as the ladies' man. He's also known as the player, and these two want to change their images. That's why they decide to go into this fake dating relationship. But as is supposed to happen, things are flying off right now. Initially, when I was getting into the book, I was not very, very intrigued by it because the premise was not something that really appealed to me. I was just listening to it because I wanted to, listen to an audiobook and go to sleep that way. But now I'm finding the romance and the spicy part of it. So that's pretty much it for my update till today morning actually. I will be back with another update on Monday, I think, because today is Saturday, and then we have Sunday. So I will do a lot of reading on Saturday and Sunday if if things work out. Yeah. And then I'll talk to you on Monday. Bye. Hey guys. Hey guys, so I actually wanted to do a rather non-bookish part of me. I don't know if this is looking really funny over my head. My son is right here. If you just smile at him, he'll smile back. Hi. So we're gonna do some little unboxing. I am loving skincare products these days, and recently I figured out that there is a sale on Dot and Key, which is one of my favorite brands. I've been using their night cream from a really long time, and it's perfect for my oily skin. My son would love this, but we also have to keep an eye, otherwise he eats these things. He's teething right now. He has a couple of teeth in the front. I don't know if you could see him at that height. I have no idea. I hope. Hi. Okay, you can sit here. Either Ajay, okay? Okay. So he will also introduce these things to you. I think this is a free gift. This is a barrier repair hydrating gentle face wash. Look at the dhoka. This face wash is only this much. Okay, they will fool you with all kinds of stuff. This is strawberry dew in the spotlight strobe cream. I haven't tried it yet, but I have to. I love Dot and Key products. I'm using 4 of their products right now, and every single of them I love. This is another cream. Actually, I went for 1+1 offer, and this is their pollution plus acne defense green clay mask. I haven't tried it, but I would really love to. I do get like some acne over here, not very much, but ever since my pregnancy, I have been getting some of them. Then I have this one, which is vitamin C plus E super bright moisturizer. Here, I think my husband is going to love it. Let us see. Okay, this is also pollution plus acne defense mask, the same one, and this is also super bright moisturizer. So I have got all of these products, and say tata, say tata, tata. Okay, you can say bye to us, and I will be reading something. I will let you know what I'm reading currently, and yeah, we'll talk then.